It's in the cards.
It's
like magic
You
stuff.
also don't have to say
Like
that.
magic
You can say,
pixie
like,
dust.
we'll link it in the description if you're more comfortable with that.
Hey there, this is Matthew Jennings with Peachjar.
And I'm Joanna.
Peachjar has helped more than 35,000 community organizations connect parents and guardians at over 900 school districts with invaluable community resources. We've seen a lot of flyers at Peachjar.
Yep.
And we're here to share the top 5 things you should consider when designing a flyer.
Yeah. The first thing that every great flyer needs is great images. These images should show your viewers what your program does and not just tell them about it. These can be action shots, images that get people to feel a specific emotion, just something that really gives a picture of what your program offers.
Right? We've all heard of pictures worth 1,000 words. And along that same line, headings. You really want to choose and use a heading that focuses on the outcomes and the benefits of your program or service and really captures the reader's attention, much like a really great visual image. You know, a parent or guardian, someone reading your flyer is going to decide whether or not to interact with that flyer very quickly based on the headline. So it's really important to focus on the outcomes and the benefits of your program. Try to get that as succinctly as you can inside that headline.
Yeah, exactly. And then the next thing you really want to think about is the copy, the words that are on your flyer. So you really want to focus on having 3 to 5 really high-level bullet points that are going to provide the benefits and show people the benefits of what your program has to offer, as well as start to get them the idea that they might need to be taking an action, whether they need to sign up or register or do something to get more information about your program.
That's a good point. And along those same lines is readability and making sure that as you're finding those 3 to 5 bullet points, you're really focusing on not cramming too much information in, as you said, to your flyer. And you don't want to use a font that's too small. You want to be careful there. The kind of general rule of thumb is don't go below 12-point size font. And pay attention to your line and letter spacing. And your letter spacing is the spacing between your characters, and your line spacing is the spacing between your lines. And I find sometimes people don't know they have control over that, but you'll do your bullet points, and maybe they'll be really tiny. But you can go in there and increase that line spacing and make them fill up your flyer a little bit more. And the last thing I would say about readability is don't be afraid of that white space. White space is your friend, and it really helps people identify what areas they need to look at on the flyer and where that content is.
Exactly. That's, I think, a really important point, is to not be afraid of those white spaces.
Yeah. You don't have to fill it.
No, you don't need to fill it. The last thing that every flyer has to have is a very clear call to action. A lot of times I see flyers and you might be asking the reader to do 5 different things. You really want to focus on one thing. If they need to register, if they need to sign up, or go to your website and learn more. You can do that right in your flyer, but Peachjar also has the ability to add call to action buttons to your flyer. And basically what you'll be able to see is your flyer, your beautiful image, your beautiful headline, all of your beautiful text, and then there'll be a button that's going to take your viewers exactly where you want them to go.
Yeah, that's a good point. Peachjar does make that so easy, and as a parent, I've used those buttons. I love them. So I hope this was helpful, and this was a really easy way for you to identify some of those top 5 big key picture items that you really need to focus on when you're developing a flyer. But if you're interested in taking a deeper dive on these topics and learning even more about design, we will put in the description and in the cards the longer video format that we did on this very topic, and we just go into every piece of flyer design and branding that you can imagine. And that's a little bit longer format video, but really great. Check that out. If you like this content, be sure to like and share so you're following us and you're getting updates and alerts when we put new stuff out there. And we'll see you soon.